Warning, the following video contains 100% authenticity, facts and logic only, and is toxically masculine. So, if you're easily offended or you don't want to learn something new, then fuck off and go be a pussy somewhere else. Mastering your presentation to the world is a very important and powerful skill that every man must master. So, what I mean by this, okay? Think. Whenever you meet somebody, okay, you're coming off a certain way. You're being presented a certain way, okay? You're the product, let's say, and you're presenting the product to that person, okay? This applies to everybody and everything you meet and you encounter in your life, okay? Think about it this way. A pair of shoes, let's say, it's a product. You want to be looking for them to be, you want to like them, you want them to be versatile, and you want them to be somewhat affordable, okay? 3 things you should look for in a shoe, okay? If it meets all those 3 things, the chances of you buying the shoe are much higher, right? Now let's take a girl, for example, if she dresses like a hoe, if she talks like Cardi B, if she acts all masculine, those are red flags, so the chances of you saying no are much higher. You get the point, right? This applies to everything in life. And if you max out your presentation, right, you understand obviously the importance of this, you work on it and you max it out, your chances of getting a yes, not just with girls, with everything in life, will increase a lot. And obviously you want that, right? So your presentation, right, there are many things about you, when someone meets you, they will notice, they will see, oh, this guy, right? Now you need to understand, right, it requires work, you know what I mean? Some things, they're quite easy, they don't take much time, you just gotta understand them, right? And you gotta do them real quick. But there's some things that will take time to develop, like for example, me, I got acne. It takes time to get rid of your acne, You're working out, it takes time to get in shape, you know what I mean? So there's some things that take more time than others, okay? But basically breaking it down, right? In order to improve your presentation, obviously you gotta do many things to improve yourself, right? But first of all, we talk about from the neck down below, okay? So the first thing is your style. You need to understand the power and the importance of dressing well, okay? We have a saying in Mexico that goes somewhere along the lines of how you dress is how people will treat you. It doesn't matter if you like that saying. It doesn't matter if you agree with it. If you agree with it, what matters is that it's true and it does apply, okay? How you dress is how people will treat you, By default, when you're younger, people will take you less seriously because you're younger, right? But if you have got 2 young guys, okay, and one of them is wearing sweatpants, hoodies, graphic tees all day, versus the other one who's still dressing casually but's wearing jeans, plain tees, sweaters, polo shirts, denim jackets, bomber jackets. Who do you think is going to be taken more seriously, even though they're still kind of dressed casually and they're still both young? It's obviously the second guy, right? Let's say you walk into a room of important and powerful people and you invested, right? You really wasted, okay? This wasn't a smart choice, but you invested, let's say $300 in your outfit, but your shoes are not nicely shined, they look greasy. Your pants and your shirt, they're not nicely ironed, they're all baggy, okay? Compared to the second guy, same age, same guy, but he invested, and this was an actual investment, not a waste of money, $75, okay? The shoes look nice, the leather looks nice, the pants and the shirt fit him well, they're nicely ironed. Who do you think is going to get more respect by default and is going to get more attention? It's obviously going to be the second guy, right? Now, obviously, attention and maintenance are 2 different things, right? Because when you get a girl's attention, that's one thing, okay? It's easy to a certain degree. It's quite easy. But maintaining it and getting in is another thing, okay? So understanding the power of clothing is something truly important, okay? The more elegantly you dress, obviously, the more seriously you're going to be taken. I'm not saying you need to wear suits all day, but if you wear just something like jeans, chinos, polos, denim jackets, bomber jackets, sweaters, you're going to be taken more seriously by default, Wear a nice watch as well. Again, it doesn't have to be expensive, just smart investment, okay? Buy something that's affordable, and obviously, if you're in shape, buy clothes that fit you better, because they're going to show off your shoulders more, they're going to show off your back more, everything, your arms, it's going to hug your arms more, it's going to highlight your physique more, you know what I mean? Many little things, okay? I have a whole playlist on style. I haven't made too many videos about it. Obviously, there are many other channels on this topic, but at the end screen, I'm going to leave the playlist right there for you to check it out, okay? You need to understand the importance of dressing well. Second thing is your physique. Now, typically speaking, you can tell what somebody's physique is like, even when they're dressed, right? I mean, you can see, the shoulders and all this stuff. Now, sometimes, let's say, maybe you have a friend who, he looks very buff, right? And you're in the gym, and then he takes his shirt off and he's got some fat, but he looks kind of big in clothing, let's say, but he doesn't look really lean once he takes it off, you know what I mean? So that can kind of happen, but generally speaking, you can kind of tell, how somebody looks like, when they're wearing clothing, obviously. So if you work out, you're in shape, your legs are going to be, they're going to look good, not going to look skinny. Your ass is going to look good. It's going to pop out. Your back and shoulders are going to be wide. I mean, just, you're looking at these photos right here. No, you're going to look in shape. Your neck is going to look bigger. It's going to look stronger. I mean, you're going to be able to tell, you know what I mean? And obviously, once you get intimate with a girl, right, that's when it really, plays off. That's when you're really showing it off. And you want it to show, you want to show it off, right? Because it is something very attractive, okay? No matter, like I said, all this shit about, this body positivity garbage of, oh, being fat is okay, all this stuff. No. If you're in shape, it's going to be much better than if you're out of shape, okay? And all it really is just, working, just put in the work, eat well, sleep well, train, and it's that simple, okay? Now, the second part is going up here, okay? So, supposing you have hair. Now, as you can see, I shaved my head, okay? I'm bald, I guess you could say, okay? If you have hair, get a good hairstyle, and maintain it, don't be one of those guys who grows his hair and all this stuff. Take care of your hair, get haircuts every 2 weeks, don't wash your hair every day. That's going to damage it, don't dry it with very warm temperatures on the blow dryer, okay? What else are you going to say? Don't use hot water, take care of your hair. Very basic things, guys. Your skincare, okay? My acne has been going down a lot. I've been using Curology for about 3 months now. I'm going to make a video on it soon. But take care of your skin, take care of it. I mean, it's not that hard, If you got acne, you don't want that, right? You want to improve it, okay? If you can grow facial hair, great. Grow a good beard. If you can't, I can't really grow a good facial hair, okay? I typically grow it out in like small patches and it grows slowly. So I just choose to shave it off, Basic things, guys. Obviously, like I said, train your neck, okay? If you have a bigger neck, you're going to be looking more attractive because it actually grows your traps a little bit more. And obviously, train your traps. See, all these little things, guys, okay? They're all really going to play a big difference in how people see you, okay? And your presentation to the world. So, to sum it up, it's your body, okay? Dressing well and looking actually well, your physique, and up top, okay, guys? Now, final thing I want to mention too is this requires work, like I said, you know what I mean? And when you haven't put in the work, when you're essentially not in a good spot, you haven't earned anything, you know what I mean? Like me, look, I'm not really in good shape, you know what I mean? I'm not in good shape, okay? That's why I want to be in better shape, okay? If you're not in good shape, don't even consider getting girls, okay? Don't even consider doing all these stupid things, okay? You need to understand what your priorities are in life, okay? You're not in good shape, you're not making money, you got all these flaws, you got all these holes. You need to work on them because that's your priority, okay? We all have priorities, but we don't all understand them and we don't all work on them, okay, guys? If you're not looking good, don't go out and get girls, okay? I'm not saying that's the only thing, there are many things that come to getting attraction, right? But looking good, at least looking as good as you could look, is a very powerful one, okay, guys? So don't be going out there, with everything, right? With friends, with all these things. If you got holes, okay, fix yourself, work on yourself, improve yourself, rather than doing all these things which you're going to be able to do later. And trust me, once you've done the work, 3 months, 6 months, a year, a few years, and you go later rather than doing it right now, the results you're going to get are going to be very different and they're going to be much better, okay? It's really that simple, guys. Just understand this, okay? Your presentation means everything to the world. And if you do these little things, if you're working on this, if you're working on that, right, you're leveling it up, you're going to have a much better perceived image, And obviously, the younger you are, since in many ways your worth is lower, if you have a higher perceived image, it's going to be much better, guys. You're going to have many more opportunities. You're going to be able to meet more people, It's going to be very good. Okay, guys? Just very simple. Follow the advice. Go out there and do the work.